It's Central Valley Business. I am your host, Steve Walling, and my guest for this segment is Danielle Daugherty, K12 Lunchology. That's a mouthful. Danielle, what is K12 Lunchology?
K12 Lunchology started off as a school nutrition consulting company. So basically, I go into schools and help them to improve their lunch program. Not just lunch, but breakfast program, after school snack program. So anything that they see that they may need help in, I go in and help them with those things.
How did you get involved with this?
Well, I've actually been in child nutrition for almost 10 years. I started off with the Arizona Department of Education in the National School Lunch Program. I was there for 6.5 years. And then once I had an opportunity to actually move into a district myself, I went into a school district. It was a school district of 9, also in Arizona, and I did work there for about 2.5 years. And I was responsible for overseeing the operations of the child nutrition program.
Okay. So you come to California.
Come to California.
And you establish your own business. Is it a consulting business, or, what is the evolution now of Danielle Daugherty in K12 Lunchology?
Well, it started off as consulting, but now I've actually branched into nutrition education.
Okay.
I have actually worked in the last several months on several projects around here in the Valley. I had an opportunity to work with a school district in Central Unified for Food Day, which is something that is done every year. It's on October 24th, and it's a day dedicated to educating Americans about good food and where good food comes from. So
Danielle, this is done in the school itself, or a school, or district-wide?
This was done, well, this project was just initially done in one school with about 140 first graders.
Whoa! Kind of like herding cats.
Made for a very long day, but it was a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
it's very rewarding because now when I walk onto the school, they recognize, you taught us about fruit and you taught us about vegetables.
Okay.
So
I have a question for you. You're dealing with first graders. You're talking about nutrition, which is obviously a very important subject. How do they respond? I mean, are you really reaching into them? Are you touching them? Are they picking up on what you're saying? Is this something that they can translate into their day-to-day lives that they will retain?
Well, initially, some kids have been introduced to fruits and vegetables, but you have the few that haven't been, and it's interesting to see their reactions.
Yeah.
When you first start off, I teach with a My Plate chart, so I can point to different fruits and vegetables and ask them, do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? And some of them do, and then some of them look at me like, I've never seen that before.
In teaching nutrition today, do you work from the old food pyramid paradigm, or is it something different?
It's completely different now. They came out with My Plate, which breaks down the 5 food groups. My Plate has been around for about 5 years now. So, and everybody still kind of thinks it's the pyramid. So, yes, it's based on the plate and the 5 food groups, and there's different segments to making sure that you are increasing your fruits and vegetables for each meal, and the plate is actually set up in proportion sizes, so the vegetables are the biggest portion on the plate, and so on and so forth.
My son would never go for that. But okay, now you're talking to kids. Do you also speak to parents?
I am going to be starting a project where I am going to also include the parents, because I think it's very important that when they're at home, that kids and parents are interacting together in the kitchen. I call those teachable moments. So whether it's helping mom in the kitchen prepare dinner, or mom or dad, helping them in the kitchen, or even if fresh fruits and vegetables are brought home, I kind of consider those teachable moments for kids. So I do like to reach out to the parents as well.
Now, you're currently doing consulting work to school districts, correct?
Yes.
On this level, do you work with like cafeteria personnel, the the planning people, or do they just pretty much say, come on in and, address this issue? How does, what is your role in that process?
Well, it really depends on their needs and what exactly they're looking for. So, for example, I could have a school district come to me and say, we'd really like to implement a salad bar.
Oh, okay.
So then I would go in and help them take those steps to researching grants for salad bars and how they could obtain.
So you do the whole, it's not just, okay, here's the foods you want to lay out. You actually work with them on applying for and where to apply for grants? And the various, you take them through the whole process.
For specific initiatives, yes, I can do that. But it's just, again, it's really where they're seeking improvement in their program. So if they're having where students just aren't receptive to the menus,
right,
I can go in and help them rework menus and try different recipes and do recipe taste testings with the kids.
In today's school environment, how receptive are the kids to the current menus?
It just depends. It depends on the area. It's just there's a lot of factors that are involved with it. I've seen some really great things in school lunch. I mean, you can go on Facebook and there's a website that's put out. It's called School Meals That Rock, and they feature school meals from all over the country.
So the kids can take pictures or whatever, or the administrators, and they put them up there.
The personnel,
cool.
They can.
Well, that's great. What has been your biggest challenge in doing this?
I think the biggest thing is just helping the schools to understand the new regulations and how to implement those regulations.
And there's a lot of them, aren't there?
There are quite a few.
And so that's kind of a whole jungle that they got to work their way through.
Right.
And you can do this for them.
Yes.
And if they want to get a hold of you, how do they find you?
You can go to my Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/K12 Lunchology. All of my projects that I work on, I post onto my Facebook page. Any happenings that are going on, I put on my Facebook page.
So it's your Facebook page is your main contact point.
For right now, my website is actually under construction right now and being rebuilt. So.
Okay. Is there anything that you'd like to get out, to share with your audience at this point that we haven't touched?
Just basically, I'm available for nutrition education, and I not only do school districts, I have now branched into preschools.
Yeah.
So starting with the little guys, I think it's important that we start with the little guys.
Get them while they're young.
That's right. Teach those habits, those healthy habits, really young.
Oh, that's
absolutely.
Very good. Well, listen, Danielle, K12 Lunchology. What is it?
K12 Lunchology.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Welcome.
Thank
you for being here.
Thank you.
If you have a school district, or you're part of a school district, or you're a parent and you're concerned about it, you might want to go to Facebook and look up K12 Lunchology. That's it. We'll see you on our next segment.
Thank you.